Hello and welcome to the Happy Fun Time show. When we last left off, we just caught Twatbag the Ditto, and now we are continuing along that long road, and this biker wants to fight, so he's sending out a coughing, which is just fantastic. I love coughing. Unfortunately, I send out a hypno because I'm a cheap, evil bastard, and so down the coughing Grimer trio goes, but there's another coughing, now he's dead, and I am level 33. And poison gas is a terrible move, so I will not be making room for that, because it's one of those, it might poison the enemy, but it has a ridiculously low accuracy, and it's just normal poison, it's not a cool poison. Compare with Toxic, a TM that you get for beating Koga, I think, which hits pretty much all of the time, and badly poisons the enemy. The poison you get from Toxic is a poison that increases in strength over time, which is beautiful, especially in especially in AI games where they never switch their Pokemon. So, this woman likes trading Pokemon, but she has only a Clefairy, so I doubt anyone ever trades with her, ever. Can Forensic get the job done? Can he? I literally can't remember. No, he cannot, because he is a naughty Forensic. Naughty. So, good old Igra is with me. She is going to finish the job, because she is a Dragonair. And, you know, I am not sure whether or not Dratini, Dragonair and Dragonite are any good in Generation 1. Because there's only one Dragon-type move in the whole game, and it's a set damage move. It's Dragon Rage, it does 40 damage all the time, which is not very much damage. So, it's a good Pokemon, good stats, a lot of type resistances, although it is weak against Ice, which you don't run into much anyway. But, no good stab moves at all. So, you know. What can be done? We'll find out. Pokemon fight? Cool! Rumble, 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 let's rumble, let's rumble, let's rumble. I have a coughing and it's going to poison your face. Nope, I'm gonna slam you. Oh no, it did indeed poison my face. I was not expecting that, but Igra's face is well and truly poisoned, but she still wins. Because she's Igra. Perfect! I need to burn some time! Good. And so, Biker wants to fight, and he also has a Grimer. I think we can see a general pattern that is starting to emerge here. We walk 6 to 7 steps. We meet a new Biker. He has coughings and Grimers. And that is pretty much the general theme of things. So Jasmine will be the one to finish this one off. Good old Jasmine. Even without Thunderbolt, she is a mighty force. I imagine if I had had the foresight to save Thunderbolt for her, well, she would be incontestably awesome. She would sweep teams left, right and centre, even ground types. She would demolish them just through the sheer power of her Thunderbolt. If that fucking anime Pikachu can get away with it, so can I. So, we've been here before. I was just fighting some bikers we missed along the way. This is twisty path that lasts forever. So along we go, the twisty path that lasts forever. You need to use TMs to teach good moves to Pokemon. Oh, Jimmy Savile, don't you remind me. Had I had that Thunderbolt, well, all my problems would just be over. Fortunately, your Pokemon are so weak that it matters not that I'm using a Grass type. Pidgeotto. Shouldn't have chosen him, because he sucks. So, along we go, the twisty path, trying to find some semblance of victory. But we will never find it. Damn. He just burped in my face. What a rude little NPC. goodness. And as you can see, time is fluctuating. We are causing rifts in the space-time continuum just by our exploration. Hopefully the universe will not be torn asunder, because that is the sort of shit that destroys Cinnabar Island, and wasn't that just a tragedy? Poor old Blaine, living in a cave. It's just not what you want for yourself. Although, I suppose if I had electricity and internet access, if I had those things, I would not mind living in a cave. Well, electricity, internet access, a nice rug somewhere, and some pictures to hang up on the cave walls, then I would be set. A few sconces as well, just for some nice moody lighting. Let's see, what else can we have? Well, since we're in a cave, we may as well go all out and have a nice open fire somewhere, just, you know, make sure it's controlled so that we don't burn my rug. My nice rug that I've put somewhere in this imaginary luxury cave. Yeah, sconces, rug, internet access, shower, of course, running water. We have to have these things in the cave. Maybe if the cave had a natural waterfall inside it, a sort of flowing river or something, that would do the job. Don't really need a telephone. It's just not something that ever factors into my life. Apart from mobiles, of course, for texting. All the fun of talking without the worrying about having to speak on demand, you know? Someone talks to you, and you're like, my god, I have to respond right now. Whereas with text, you can be like, I have received a message. I can carefully deliberate how to respond to this message, and trick people into thinking that I'm charming, articulate, and clever. Whereas, if you catch me on the phone, I'm just like, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, whereas, you know, with texts, I'm all, oh, yes, rather, ho ho. Anyway, Pokémon. We're playing Pokémon, and this beauty has sent out a Clefairy. Do these people not have moonstones? My goodness, my gracious, my god. How are those beauties even standing? They're leant over at such a... well, not leant, but bent over at such a crazy angle. You'd think their legs would snap, they would fall forwards. I mean, they can't be very balanced with the weird positions their arms are in. They're probably seconds away from falling over. Snapping their leg bone right out of the skin. The things they don't tell you about Pokémon. So, Jasmine has grown to level 34! Good! That means she is slightly more powerful than she was moments ago. Oh, you little brute! I'm only a brute if you catch me on the phone. If you get me by text, I'm rather charming. So, am I going back to the Pokemon Center and actually filming this? See, I can't remember. Wait a sec. No, phew. For a second there, I thought I was recording. I thought I was commentating stuff I'd already commentated last episode. I thought I was about to go catch the Ditto and that... oh, gosh, but no, of course I'm not that bad. I mean, I'm pretty bad. I have done an episode of these once while forgetting to plug my headphones in. That was quite bad, but... I just coughed horribly, which hopefully will get in editing, because no one wants to hear me being a phlegmy phlegm face. So, I'm told I'm good for a kid. Oh, God. 96% of Pokemon dialogue when taken out of context is just... see, this is why you need to catch me by text and not talking, you know? Because... ugh. It's just not good. Bad things happen when I speak, so... my bird Pokemon went to Sorap. Sorap? Did I read that right? His bird Pokemon went to Sorap? Is Sorap a country? Never heard of Sorap. Is it a supermarket? Did you send your Pokemon to do your shopping for you? Is that what you did? My bird combo lost? Good, 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 good! Good. So, Zathrataz is pretty much the only remaining person who is alive. I found Carpus in a cave once. Good. Good. That is good because Carpus is one of the most common elements on Earth. Therefore, finding it is a huge achievement. So, Poliwag is dead. Horsey is dead. Just messed up. Yes, you did. You messed up by not having Pokemon that are awesome. Though, hang on. Brah. Come Generation 2, Horsey will evolve into a Pokemon that is kind of awesome in the sense that it's an absolute pain to deal with in multiplayer battling, especially from Generation 4 onwards. I don't know what it was actually like in Generation 2. Probably, did Generation 2 have weather? I don't think it did. I think weather was something that was introduced in Generation 3. In which case, come Generation 3, Horsey will eventually become an awesomely annoying force of destruction in the form of Kingdra. Kingdra, under rain, is just an unstoppable brute. And I will tell you why after a few conspicuously silent seconds on my microphone. Okay, I'm back. Literally a fortnight since I've had a cold, but still a few symptoms remain. But anyway, as I was saying, Kingdra. Yes. Due to the dragon typing, most of Water's weaknesses are gone. She's no longer weak to electricity, or grass, or I think that's all Water's weak to. But not weak to those things. Surf becomes stupidly strong, and it's a stab surf, of course, under the effects of rain. Or I can't remember if it's. I think she's a special attacker, but if she's a physical attacker, then she's got Waterfall that'll do the same job. Either way, she's a powerhouse that's nearly impossible to do damage to, and she's so fast. Bloody Kingdra. Hang on. Ah, Voltorb. You're a fine creature. Die. Excellent, my Pokemon are leveling up each and every day. Ha! You blew yourself up only to do negligible damage. And that is why you are not a Pokemon Master. And I am. Yes. Ooh! It's time for Jasmine to take a stand. Good heavens in hell, it's another Snorlax. It is in fact the first Snorlax we ever encountered. So, gosh, my cat sounds like it's having a battle to the death outside. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Snorlax is attacking in a grumpy rage. So it is time for us to put it in its place. You are not to attack in a grumpy rage. You have to be a good boy. So come on. Oh, you're a naughty boy. There you go, it calmed down. And with a big yawn, it returned to the mountains. That must have been quite a sight for anyone just on the street. Because I don't think there are mountains anywhere near here, so it must have walked quite a ways. I can just sort of imagine it lumbering along down the streets of whatever city is nearby, and people are just like, Jesus Christ, call the authorities. He's just like, herp-de-derp-de-derp, going to the mountains, herp-de-derp-de-doo. And many, many people die. Homes are destroyed. Small children are launched into the stratosphere due to quirks in the physics engine, and it was just a blood-soaked sight for all involved. course, the children eventually return safely. Ooh, edit cut. Anyway, the children are launched into the stratosphere, but they don't leave orbit. They do eventually come down, and because this game doesn't have falling damage, they're fine. They're a bit chilly, but this game you can't freeze either, so they come down chilly and a bit shaken up, but essentially fine. And now I have definitely wandered into territory I should have wandered into a long time ago, because this is just a slaughter. Not that my other battles haven't been slaughters, but this is a slaughterous slaughter of slaughterosity. It's not easy. Not for you, but for me. For me. It's almost as easy as texting. Oh, but not as easy as talking. No, wait. It's easier than talking because talking is difficult. There you go, see? Case in point. So this Goldeen likely would have been quite the demonic spider had I come here at the appropriate level, but now it's just a little bitch. So, be patient. Fishing is a waiting game. You have a tentacle, the Zubat of the sea. I'll be seeing them soon, because soon I have to go back to Fuchsia City and swim down to Cinnabar, where I will meet so many tentacles. Tentacles, they are everywhere. Which makes you wonder how all of the swimmers in the sea are not dead, because they're so poisonous, and they're a tentacruel as well. Ah, poison, the poison. Remember that episode with a giant tentacruel smashing down towers that was banned after 2001 due to certain events? What an episode that was. I can't even remember why there was a giant tentacruel, but there was just a giant tentacruel, and they tried to battle it, but he's like, bitch, I'm giant. So they're like, oh, we'll try reasoning with it instead, because jellyfish are capable of reason. So they're just like, hey, tentacruel, you shouldn't cause massive destruction, and he's all, yeah. So he returns to the sea, and they all walk into the sunset, laughing mechanically, like, ha 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 ha, we have saved the day. Anyway, I have taught Dragonair Swift, a normal move with a higher chance, well, a 100% chance of hitting, which will serve as a nice alternative to Slam when I can't afford to take risks. And on that bombshell, we shall end this episode, and I will see you later. Later.